Yes. Alright, everybody. I am ready to continue on and look for our stronghold. We've got 17 ender pearls that we're going to use to try and locate the stronghold. And then we'll have to use the remaining pearls plus probably a couple extra to fill in the ender portal. It is required for each. The ender pearls are required to activate the portal. Much like you have to have a lighter to activate your nether portal, you have to place the ender pearls inside the ender portal in order for it to be able to be activated. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you'll have to turn them into Eyes of Ender, which is why we have our blaze rods. And whenever that happens, I'll go ahead and explain how to combine them and create an ender eye instead of an ender pearl. But anyway, so ender pearls have very unique properties. You can throw them. So if you right click, it'll throw the pearl up. You can right click again to teleport to it. But also, when you right click, the pearl is going to go towards a stronghold. It's actually going to show you where to go, which direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the starting point. Like we said at the very beginning of the game, strongholds are located within 400 to 800 blocks of the starting point. They can be located underwater, so you should be very prepared with quite a bit of block to attempt to stop you from having to build around that or figure out how to build in the middle of the ocean. The best way that I've seen is to carry enough sand to go to the bottom of the ocean, and you can just drop it there and it will drop to the bottom, and then you can build yourself a little island that you can work out of. Personally, if it's about 800 blocks away, I'm going to hopefully take the ability to create a nether portal over there. I may have to run back and get some materials, whatever, it doesn't matter. I could, if I were smart, I could take enough. Since I've got efficiency, I can do that right now. I'm going to go down and grab some lava and buckets, and I'm going to get myself enough lava to create my own nether portal at the point we get to the stronghold. And then maybe if I go in the right direction, I could relocate my... Hang on just a second. Alright, that should have been 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 12, 13, 14. Alright, so I've got plenty of lava to create another nether portal. And then if I coordinate this enough and I know which direction I came from, then I can walk that way in the nether and find my other portal here, which is only going to be 100 units away if I'm 800 units in the overworld. So really quick before I go, I'm going to go ahead and carve out my obsidian instead of carrying the buckets around. That would be very inefficient. So I'm going to make my 14 blocks of obsidian right now before I leave. And then, just to be safe, we are going to leave just as soon as the sun comes up. That way we have a full day of travel before we have to sleep, so that we do not get assaulted while we are trying to find our stronghold. Well, that was interesting. I don't have any torches on me. Alright, and since we got our diamond pickaxe with efficiency 4 on it, this should now go relatively quickly compared to whenever we just had our normal diamond pick. Like I said, it's about 4 seconds with efficiency 4. If there's no efficiency, it's about 10 seconds. So you get a large boost with efficiency. while using your diamond pick on any block that is mineable by a pickaxe. Now, if I were to try and mine the sand here, it will take just as long as it normally does. Efficiency will not help me in that situation. 1, 2. So if you recall from my nether portal training, you need at least 10 pieces in order to create your nether portal. So I'm going to carry, it looks like I'm going to carry 15 pieces with me, and that will be plenty. If I want to build the full portal, I can. If I do not want to build the full portal, then I don't have to. But I have the pieces necessary. Even if I were to mess up several times, I could still create a portal, and in hopes to make it a lot easier to get back to my base here and travel back and forth between the Stronghold and home base. So if I need to resupply or need to come back for anything, then I will be able to do so without having to travel the full 800 units or however far away the Stronghold may be. Alright, so I've got enough sand, I've got obsidian, I've got my bow. I really don't need the buckets, so I'm going to put them back. You could carry them with you if you really wanted to. Don't really know what good they would do you. Looks like John F. Doe is going to give me some torches. And this is pretty much all I'm going to need to travel to find the Stronghold. When we get there, things may change a little bit, but alright, so it looks like it's right at the middle of the night. So all we are going to do is sleep, pick up our beds, and continue on from there. Before I go into fast motion, I'm going to show you kind of how the ender pearls work, and then after I do about 2 or 3, then I will assume that you have figured it out, or at least know a little bit more about it than you used to. Ender pearls have the ability to, when you throw them, there's about a 30% chance that they will pop up in the air and then stop wherever they showed you which direction to go. So once you throw your ender pearl, you want to follow it, because if it decides to give you the pearl back, then you won't have to waste that pearl. Hopefully, whenever I do this was our starting point. Hopefully, whenever I throw this, it doesn't go straight into the ocean. That would be very unfortunate. But, you know, it happens. There are many strongholds located throughout the game. You don't have to use this first one. Hey, John F. Doe, did you bring enough cobblestone to create pillars? Just, you have sand? Alright, well, we both have enough, hopefully enough materials to last us regardless of which direction this ender pearl goes. And maybe we will get to the stronghold relatively quickly. Alright, so I'm going to toss this up in the air. And it looks like I just threw 2 on accident. And it teleported me to that one. I'm going to go see, hopefully one of these pearls is lying on the floor here. Maybe I can pick one of them back up. Don't see them. Do you have to make them eyes before you go? Do you remember? Because that didn't look like it went anywhere. Yeah, but I teleported to it. I didn't think you could do that with the ones that create. I think they have to be eyes. Yeah. Alright, so I need to go back to the base really quick and create these pearls into ender eyes instead of just pearls. And the way you do that is you have to have blaze rods and blaze powder. So you get blaze powder out of a blaze rod. All you have to do is put the blaze rod inside your inventory, and you can break it down into blaze powder. And then you can put the ender pearls and the blaze powder in your crafting inventory. And then turn them into ender eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to grab all of my ender or my blaze rods from the nether, since that I remember that's where I was keeping them. I've got plenty, obviously. I've got 21, and each one blaze rod turns into 2 blaze powder. So I've effectively got 42 blaze powder, but I only need 15. Then you put our blaze powder here, and there are the eyes of ender. So once they are eyes of ender, you can then use them to locate your stronghold. If you are unfortunate like me and wasted 2 of them trying to figure that out, then it just means you're going to have to get some more later. I would not leave your base without over 10 ender eyes, just because if you end up you will end up using about 6 of them, and if you do it correctly. If not, and you mess up, or one of them goes in a direction that you didn't see, so you have to redo it, or you lose them, or there's a million different possibilities that could happen when you're trying to use these. So I would have at least 10 in your inventory, and then try and travel more than you think you need to, and then throw another one. If you have to go backwards a little bit, you know it's in between the last time that you stopped and where you're at now. Alright, so here we go, and it went straight behind me, so that's where we're going to have to go. Now you see it popped, so I get that ender eye back. We're going to head straight to that mound over there, and then I'm going to throw another one up. I think John F. Doe's got a boat. He could probably get there faster than me because I don't have any wood. Which, if you recall in the beginning, I also said it would probably be a good idea for you to always have some wood on you, and to have a boat in order to travel. Boats are relatively easy to make. I don't have a crafting box with me, so I'm going to have to create one over here if I get enough wood. And then I'll make my boat, and I will go on to that island over there. So I know where I need to go. I'm going to go there. That's about, I would say, maybe 200 units away. So that's a good start. I would go 200 units in any direction, or whatever direction the ender eye pointed you towards, and then I would put another one up just in case the eye is, just in case you're close to the stronghold and don't know it yet. Alright, so here we go, crafting box. We all know how to make those. We've made about 700 of them since we started the game. And then I believe a boat is just like creating a mine cart with iron. Yep, okay, so I've got my acacia boat. Got a little bit of extra wood. I'm going to take my crafting box because I'm sure I'm going to have to create another one at some point in the game. Or I'm going to have to put one up whenever I reach the stronghold. And it looks like John F. Doe is still sitting in his boat. I'm going to jump in mine, go get him. Turn around. Do you see me? Really? I don't think so. Turn around again. Are you even moving? You just either disconnected, but you just disappeared. Looks like we're having some server issues. John F. Doe's going to jump out and try and get back in. We'll wait for that to happen, and then we'll get started on our journey. One cautionary issue I have with using boats is there are many squid or octopi, whatever you want to call them, in the ocean. And if you hit one, you will instantly... your boat will instantly be destroyed, and you will no longer be able to use your boat. So be careful about that. Looks like John F. Doe's in. He can see me. I can't see him yet, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead. jumped out of my boat. I'm headed towards that island. Let's both jump out really quick. Not of your boat, of the server. Alright. Yeah, it's possible. Alright, I'm back in. I'm gonna go ahead and go. There's 2 cactuses at the top of this hill. Did you see it? I don't have a tower. Not over there yet. I'm at that island that I was telling you about. Alrighty, I'm over here on top of this hill waiting for John to get here. I'm going to put up a pillar so that he can try and find me. We're having a little bit of server not talking. His machine isn't the greatest machine in the world, so he just may not be able to catch up to the server at the moment. Do you see that pillar? Yes, I am. No. It's on the ocean directly away from the beginning pillar. Well, if you can't see my pillar, I won't be able to see your bed. So is sand. It says that you joined it. And it shows your picture whenever I do the tab. I don't see you either. Well, we're definitely having some server issues. I'm going to close the server and restart it, and we'll see if John F. Doe and I can find each other. Alrighty, server's back up. I will be... Alright, John F. Doe has located myself. He is on his way here. He's in the ocean at the moment. And as soon as he gets here, I will toss our ender eyes once more. And we will see where to go from there. You just teleported a lot, so yeah, just keep going up from where you're at. Do you see me yet? Turn all the way around. Alright, so it's best to toss your ender pearls from a decently high point of view. John F. Doe is going to watch behind me, and I'm going to throw here. That way if the pearl goes back towards him, we will know. If it does not, then we will continue on in the direction it shows us. Alright, so we are going to, and I'm getting really lucky. So far I haven't lost a single eye, but I'm going to go probably until I see another large land spot or another hill, and that's where I'm going to start putting up other pillars. But I'm going to continue on in this direction for a good maybe 2 or 3 minutes before I throw up another ender pearl. But because I don't want to lose where we are or how we got here, I'm going to keep putting up pillars so that if we end up being unsuccessful with the materials we have, then I will have a way back home without much trouble. So I don't like throwing the ender pearl in trees, so I'll probably make a little pillar at the top of that hill and throw the ender eye off of that, instead of just going up there and throwing it where all the trees are. I would rather be up and above it because it's just difficult to see. But after I throw this pearl, I'm going to probably just go back to fast forwarding through all this. Everything else is going to pretty much remain the same. I'm going to repeat this process until the ender pearl goes into the ground. At that point, I will then have to dig for quite some time to find the stronghold, because typically it is underground or underwater in some cases. One thing I will say is there is always, according to Minecraft, there is always a cave entrance into a stronghold. So if you find an eye, or if you're trying to locate your stronghold and it goes somewhere straight into the ground, there should be a cave entrance somewhere near. Alright, so this will be the last time that you see me throw this up while I'm talking. After that, it's just going to be continuous repetition until we find our stronghold. And it's saying to keep going that way. So I'm going to go try and get that eye. I saw it and we got it. Alright, well, I'll see you guys here. Going to go towards our stronghold. Like I was saying before, we were at that pillar. The eye told us to come this way. this pillar, the eye told us to come back this way, so the entrance to the stronghold is somewhere inside this very large gap over here. What I could do to attempt to triangulate the position is I could go over here to this tree section over here and throw up one last ender pearl. I don't like wasting ender pearls, and remember, I know you've seen that every ender pearl I've thrown except for one has returned. That's usually not the case, so just be careful. Don't throw your ender pearls lightly. Go about 200 units and then throw another ender pearl. But for the demonstration's sake, I will go ahead and throw one last one, and it should go. Yeah, so where John F. Doe is digging right now is going to be the ideal spot to dig, because all of the pearls have pointed towards this direction, and even this one pointed back towards this pillar over here, so it's probably somewhere halfway in between this pillar and that pillar, which is right where John F. Doe is digging down towards the center of the earth there. Sometimes there will be a cave entrance in the water, and you can find it that way, and then possibly just swim into an open chasm, and that'll be where the stronghold is. But for our sake right now, we're going to try and dig our way towards the center of the earth over here, maybe a little bit to our right, to our left, until we dig into a chasm where the nether portal, or where the stronghold will be located. I started digging the other way just in case. So perhaps one of us will dig into the chasm area. The stronghold is a lot like finding a mine whenever you're digging, so just keep in mind that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a big open area. You're looking for a lot of caved off areas, and then eventually you will find some lit up sections and a pretty large opening in there. You should, if you follow the ender eyes perfectly, then you can find the entrance. And it sounds like I just heard a zombie, so I'm going to dig this out. Maybe we can find out where that zombie is. A zombie spawn just tells me that I'm getting closer to finding an open area, which could be where the stronghold is located. So I'm going to kind of dig out. Maybe I can follow that sound and find the zombie, and maybe dig into the chasm over here, wherever that zombie is located. Sounds like I'm getting closer. I'm going to dig up, and there we go. I am inside a cave. This is most likely going to be where the stronghold is located. Now, I don't know exactly where it's going to be, but I do know it's going to be somewhere in this vicinity. And the entrance should be inside this cave. So, and judging by the fact that there are gold-plated monsters, that's kind of pointing me towards the fact that it is most likely in this zone. The closer you get to a stronghold, the stronger the monsters are, the more damage they're going to deal to you, and the more armor and protection they're going to have. And fighting archers is horrible. I hate doing it, but now that I have a bow, that makes that step a little bit easier for me. I'm just going to light up the area now that I have a pretty decent supply of coal around me. I've got some wood. I can make a bunch more torches, and hopefully at some point soon I will find the entrance to our stronghold, and then I will continue on the tutorial from there. So yeah, we found at least the entrance to the stronghold. You can keep throwing your ender eyes if you want to find the stronghold entrance that way. There are definitely several ways to do it. I've kind of figured out a pattern for finding the strongholds. I just follow this cave, and I'll most likely run into the stronghold. But if you're not comfortable searching through a cave like this, don't have enough protection on you at that time, then you can just throw the ender eyes now that I'm in this cave, and the eyes will take you to the entrance, and then you can follow the entrance that way. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the fast forward. This is just normal mining and normal looking for the stronghold, everything that you've seen. At the point that I find the entrance, I will jump back in and say a couple things about the entrances, what they look like, and all the stuff that comes along with finding your stronghold and what to do once you find it. Alright, I'll talk to you guys here in a little bit. Alright everybody, looks like I've found the stronghold. You can tell by all the stonework that is done inside the stronghold here. This is not the entrance to the stronghold, this is just a hole in the stronghold. If you notice, they have stone doors that can only be activated by buttons. You are more than welcome to take anything you want from the stronghold once you've located one. But I'm going to locate... Okay, so this is the entrance to the stronghold. This is the main entrance, I'll say. That is theoretically where you will get into the stronghold. This is where the Eyes of Ender will take you. But obviously, since we're so far underground, you would have had to have dug your way into it here. So if I were to create another portal, this is probably where I would want to create it. So I'm going to dig enough space for another portal to be created. And I'm going to throw my... I'm pretty much going to make this my base of operations in here. That way, if I ever get lost or if I need to find my way back into space where I'm safe, if I need a safe zone or anything like that, then this is where I'm going to make it. So if we remember from our Nether Portal tutorials, we're going to have a total of 10 pieces that are necessary for its creation. If you want to do it the easy way, if you want to do it the other way and put all 14 pieces down, again, no one is stopping you from doing that. Since it's really not necessary to have all of them, I'm just going to go ahead and create the quick way. And then I'm going to have to cook some iron that I've found recently so I can... Hey, John F. Doe, can you come back with that crafting table? So I can get rid of all the stuff that's in my inventory and make room for whatever it is I'm going to use out of the this stronghold here. John F. Doe is going to head up to the top and make sure that we have a way out here in the near future. John F. Doe, do you have any wood still? I don't have enough to make a chest. Do you have 8? Okay. Then John F. Doe is going to throw me down some wood, make a chest with it, and so I can store all my items here and not have to worry about overloading myself. I can just store everything and, like I said, create kind of a base of operations here. That way I can do whatever it is that I need to do to effectively mine out all of the materials and stuff from inside the stronghold and prepare for the entrance into the end zone where I will fight the Ender Dragon. I think that's it for the moment. Everything else is just going to be getting prepared to place my Ender Eyes inside the Ender Portal when I find it. So I'll be searching all throughout this stronghold to find where the portal is located and then fill it with the Ender Eyes. At the point that I get that far, I will jump back and talk to everybody about the Ender Portal and all the stuff that goes along with it. I do not advise digging a whole lot in the stronghold because these little rats are going to come out, and they are quite a pain whenever you break one block and 15 or 16 rats come out, and you have to fight them all at the same time, which is why it's very important that you stay armored up while you're in here. Don't venture too far into it without a lot of food. Just prepare yourself for the dangers that lie inside the stronghold. Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys here whenever I locate. There are several rooms in here that you can find. There's a library that's going to be in here. There's a jail cell almost where there's tons of iron bars. Anyway, there's a lot of fun things that you can explore and find in a stronghold before you fight the Ender Dragon. But as soon as I find the Ender Portal room, I will talk to you about the Ender Portal. Alright?